Two miles away from Buffalo's canal side stands another landmark representing Buffalo's illustrious past. But in contrast to the celebrated revival going on along the Inner Harbor, the 17-story Central Terminal train station continues to waste away. Conservationists will tell you, though, that the work Sennheiser started many decades ago continues today through every citizen here in New York.
Well, you, me, and others, and all of us at the Adirondack Council owe a great debt of gratitude to generations before us that took bold, visionary actions and now put us in a position to take actions today to perpetuate that history and make sure that those in the future have wilderness. Preserving a few places where some of us, as I get older, I may not even be able to go and visit myself, but I know they're there. And that's honoring our history and giving future generations a gift.
For all variety of recreation, snowmobiles, hiking, cross-country skiing, equestrian uses. So this place is amazing. It is a mecca for recreational activities.
I believe there's something innate in every one of those young people that has not come alive until they're exposed to the outdoors. I've seen transformation in thugs, kids that are rough guys, and when they caught their first big mouth bass and were just enlightened by the fact of that.
The 3,000 lakes and ponds in the Adirondacks are some of the most beautiful you will find in the United States. But in some spots, what lies beneath can be pretty ugly. As soon as we reach the end of the road, a man looking to be in his 40s and traveling alone approached the border.
Anything here is illegal. If you cross here, you'll be arrested. It's your choice.
According to the Canadian government, the man is one of over 12,000 people who have crossed here into Lacour, Quebec.
You can start your evening at 5:30 here at the venerable Fort Orange Club, which is far and away the most popular venue for legislative fundraisers for members of both parties. The club is large enough to host multiple fundraisers in different rooms, which is why on this night, upstate Republican Senators Kathy Young, Mike Ranzenhofer, and Joe Robach can charge $1,000, $600, and $500, respectively, for their overlapping shindigs. Let's say you spend 15 minutes apiece at each one, which means you would hit the door at 6:15 for a brisk walk across West Capitol Park and back into the Capitol complex to the Albany Room at the north end of the Empire State Plaza Concourse. This is where Bob Oakes had his $500 a head lunchtime event. Come nighttime, it was the scene for Jeff Dinowitz, an Assembly Democrat's $500 a head fundraiser. So budget about 25 minutes for travel and lobbying, and then we're off.
For some reason, and it's not clear, I don't know if it is for any artist, I wanted to be an artist. I had a gift, I think. I learned to carve.
Montage down the line in third, not taking any chances. Locked in without too big of a lead in second, but he'll be running like the wind if Johnson hits one. Francis throws. There's a long flag. I tell me, I believe. The Giants won the pennant. The Giants won the pennant. The Giants won the pennant. The Giants.
There's some amazing fashion and creative energy happening around fashion in our upstate New York region. Interesting enough, so we feel we need to go there. Is it bold? It's ridiculously bold to think that you could attract people in the fashion mecca of the planet to come up to upstate New York to consider fashion.
I like to do everything locally sourced, so the painting I'm going to do today is of a landscape using the actual land. The waterfall spots are really the best for this kind of work. So here I have a little piece of iron oxide shale that I just found in the stream bed. I'm going to crush it using a mortar and pestle. The whole purpose of my art is the connection with land and the connection with landscape. And using the pigments is just a way of furthering that connection and that collaboration with the earth and nature and really like the raw source of our existence here as humans. And you know, I'm really focused on the energy of a place, and the pigments is just a way of kind of capturing that energy in a tangible form.
For 20 years of doing this work, I didn't realize why I was doing it, but I liked doing it. And then it got to the point I decided in my head, I want to be an artist, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I was fed up. I was fed up with my work life. I was fed up with giving somebody else 100% of my efforts, and I decided in another 10, 15 years, I don't want to be working for anybody else.
It's a kind of thing that I will never stop doing until I'm forced to stop. And again, I think anybody, and I'm talking about any of the arts, if you have the arts in your life, you are just so fortunate. And they're going to bury me with a paintbrush in my hand, I think.
It's been 5 years since Tupper Lake's Bergen Flanagan lost her right leg in that roadside bombing. But one thing she hasn't lost is her courage.
It definitely feels like you've been shot out of a cannon. It's definitely a slow, you feel like, oh, this isn't so bad, and then you really start flying. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. You definitely have to have a little craziness in you to like this sport.